discussing a topic under Chapter 7, which is the curriculum innovation. When we say curriculum innovation, it means any new idea, new method, or new materials and new practice that schools use to improve teaching and learning. So, innovation is basically plan change, pagbabago na may purpose, may direction, at ang goal ay mas mapaganda ang learning experiences ng mga bata. So, one important area of curriculum innovation is the gifted education curriculum, which introduces new strategies to help students develop their talents and their potentials. So this curriculum does not only focus on honor students or the gifted learners. Instead, it aims to help all students discover their strength through enriched, meaningful learning experiences. So in this report, I will explain the gifted education curriculum and several models under it. So the first one is gifted education curriculum. The gifted education curriculum is an innovation designed to support learners who show advanced abilities or high potential in different areas such as academics, arts, leadership, creativity, or problem solving. So, but what makes it unique is that hindi lang siya para sa honor students. Its purpose is to help all learners discover and develop their talents by giving them challenging, meaningful, and enriched activities. So this curriculum introduces new ways of teaching, new types of activities, and new materials para mas ma-stimulate ang thinking ng bata and ma-develop ang potential nila. So it is considered an innovation because it adds new approaches that traditional classroom don't usually provide. So the second one is school-wide enrichment model. The first model is SEM. The School-Wide Enrichment Model or SEM, developed by Renzulli and Reyes, is one of the most well-known approaches in gifted education. So tinatawag siyang school-wide dahil lahat ng bata sa school ay pwedeng makinabang, not only the gifted ones. So the SEM creates a learning environment where students can explore their interests, use their strength, and participate in projects na meaningful and enjoyable. So the main purpose of SEM is to make learning deeper, richer, and more personal for every student. So the three goals of SEM. So the first one is developing talents in all children. So this goal means SEM believes that every child has talent. Hindi porke hindi siya honor student ay wala na siyang strength or potential. So children can be talented in different areas, in communication, art, music, leadership, sport, writing, and many more. So SEM provides opportunities for students to discover this talent through activities that allow them to explore and express what they are good at. So like for example, sa isang grade 5 class, may student na tahimik lang at hindi honor student. Pero lagi siyang nagdrawing sa notebook niya. So instead of scolding him or her, the teacher used SEM strategies by creating a poster-making activity for a school cleanliness campaign. So everyone was surprised because the quiet one student produced the best poster. So the class now relies on him when making visual aids, banners, or classroom decorations. So he becomes or she becomes more confident and active in class because finally he feels seen and appreciated. So this show how SEM help develop talents that might be hidden in a regular classroom setup. So the second one goal is providing enrichment experiences for all students. So the second goal of SEM is giving enrichment experiences. So meaning activities that make learning more exciting, engaging, and meaningful. So hindi lang puro lectures. Student can join workshops, clubs, experiments, exhibit, performances, or or real-life problem-solving activities. So, this make learning feel more alive and interesting. So like for example, may isang student na hindi masyadong active during recitation. Pero nung nagkaroon ng Reading Enrichment Week, nag-volunteer siyang sumali sa storytelling contest. So, he or she practiced daily, use props, and perform in front of the whole school. So, after that experience, he discovered na magaling pala siya sa storytelling. So, he or her confidence nag-grow siya, na-build, and he began participating more in class discussion. So, without enrichment activities, so this talent might have stayed hidden. So, the third one is providing opportunities for advanced learning for high potential students. So, this school focuses on students who show advanced abilities in specific areas. So, imbes na pareho lang ang activities for everyone, SEM gives them more challenging tasks, independent projects, or mentorship programs. So, this prevents boredom and helps students grow beyond the regular curriculum. So, for example, may grade 6 students na napansin ng teacher na mabilis mag-solve ng math problems. So, sa regular class, mabilis siyang matapos at minsan nagiging inattentive dahil hindi siya challenge. So, through SEM, binigyan siya ng advanced tasks like planning a simple budget for the school mini store and calculating expenses. So, he or she enjoyed the challenges and later on, he was even asked to tutor younger students. So, this helped him develop not only his math skills but also his confidence and leadership. So, the second one is Parallel Curriculum Model or PCM. So, the Parallel Curriculum Model or PCM helps students understand a subject from 4 different angles. So, para itong apat na lenses na ginagamit para mas maging malalim ang pag-intindi ng mga bata. So, instead of giving the same basic lesson, PCM allows students to explore connections, real-life applications, professional practice, and their personal identity as learner. So, the first parallel is core curriculum. So, this is the essential content, yung pinaka-basic na kailangan matutunan ng lahat. So, ito ang foundation, hindi mawawala ito kasi ito yung building blocks ng subject. So, like for example, sa science class, about plants. So, the core curriculum includes parts of the plant, photosynthesis, and what plants need to grow. So, ito yung common experience natin sa school. So, lahat tayo natututo nito. Meaning, kahit anong section, anong school, kahit saan school ka pa, pareho-pareho ang basic content na ito. So, the next is parallel 2 is the curriculum of connections. So, this helps students see how a topic connect to other ideas, subject, and even real life. So, dito nakikita ng bata na hindi hiwa-hiwalay ang subjects. So, magkakaugnay sila, connected. So, like for example, na-experience nyo na siguro na habang nag-experiment kayo sa science about, for example, water measurement, kailangan nyo rin ng math para kunin yung exact millimeter. So, then, sa English, gagawa ka ng reflection about the experiment. So, bigla mong ma-realize na, connected lang pala silang lahat. So, that is the PCM. At work, naturally seeing connections across learning. So, the next parallel is, the 3 parallel is curriculum of practice. So, this shows student how professionals work in real life. So, parang ginagawa mo yung trabaho ng mga scientist, historian, architect, or writer. So, like for example, naalala nyo nung gumawa kayo ng mini community map sa AP? So, parang you acted like real urban planners. So, deciding where to put schools, roads, hospitals, and houses. So, hindi lang kayo nagdo-drawing, you were actually practicing how real planners think. So, the parallel 4 is the curriculum of identity, So, this helps students who understand themselves. So, yung mga kanilang strength, interest, learning style, and values. So, like for example, madalis ito sa reflection activities. So, example, after a science experiments, a student write, mas enjoy pala ako sa experiment kaysa sa lectures. Or, mas mabilis akong matuto kapag may drawing or visuals. So, with PCM, students learn not only the lesson, but also themselves. So, next is Autonomous Learner Model, or ALM. ALM trains students to become independent learners. So, ibig sabihin, hindi lang sila umaasa sa teacher. They also learn how to plan, organize, research, create projects, and evaluate their own work. So, ALM has 5 phases. So, and each phases helps students grow in confidence and responsibility. So, the phase 1 is orientation. So, students discover who they are as learners, like for example, their interests, strength, and learning styles. So, like for example, nagpa-activity si teacher. What kind of learner are you? So, some answered is, I learn best through listening. Others said, I learn best through drawing. So, for the first time, naintindihan nila kung bakit minsan bored sila or energetic sa certain lessons. So, the phase 2 is individual development. So, student learn skills such as critical thinking, research, communication, and decision making. And also the time management. So, like for example, na-experience siguro yung group research project na kailangan yung mag-assign ng roles, which is students. So, like researcher, as writer, presenter. So, you learn how to find credible sources and how to summarize and how to explain in your own word. So, this is ALM. Developing life skills needed even in college. So, the next phase 3 is enrichment activities. Students explore topic based on interest, workshop, club, experiments, performance. So, like for example, may isang shy student na sumali sa isang dance club during intramurals. So, sa una, nahihiya. Pero dahil practice ng practice, bigla siya naging confident. Nag-build yung confident niya. So, dito niya na-discover yung talent na hindi lumalabas sa normal classes. So, next phase is phase 4. Seminars. So, seminars, student prepare a topic, research it, and present it in front of others. So, like for example, nung nag-seminar ang grade 6 about health, may student na nag-present tungkol sa balanced diet. So, mahihain siya dati. Pero dahil siya mismo ang nag-research nun, ang confident niya noong nag-report. So, seminars help students find their voices. So, phase 5 is in-depth study. So, a long-term project based on personal interest. So, dito, lumalabas ang tunay na creativity ng isang bata. So, like for example, isang bata na mahilig sa pets na gumagawa ng 2-month observation journals tungkol sa stray cats. So, parang inaral niya, parang naging habits niya na like feeding at safety ng pusa. So, pinag-aralan niya. So, ginawa niya itong mini research project and the whole class learned from her findings. So, that is the phase 5. So, the next model is Integrated Curriculum Model or ICM. So, ICM helps students learn advanced content, create meaningful products, and understand big themes or real-world issue. So, may 3 dimension ang ICM, and each one pushes student to think deeply. So, the first dimension is advanced content. So, students study a topic in deeper or higher level ways. So, mas challenging pero mas enriching siya. So, like for example, no, grade 5 pa lang pero tinuturuan na sila ng mga basic algebra concept like pattern or simple variables. So, nagugulat sila kasi parang pang grade 7 na ang level. But with guidance, naintindihan naman nila. And they feel proud na advanced sila. So, the dimension 2 is process product development. So, student create projects na hindi lang pang compliance, kundi may creativity at problem solving. So like for example, instead na drawing lang ng plant cycle, student planted real seeds talaga. To observe, observe sila, yung paano mag-grow, and recorded data weekly and presented their findings. So, this is the real process, real product, and deeper learning. Yun yung dimension 2. The dimension 3 is issues, themes. So, lessons connect to real-world problems. For example, during a lesson on pollution, students discussed the dirty river near their barangay. So, they propose a solution like clean up, drives, and segregation. Learning became real, not just memorization. So, parang learning by doing siya. So, the next model is Kids Academia model. In Japan, for age to 5-8 years old. So, this model is designed for young gifted children. So, it focuses on doing hands-on activity. Like, for example, sa science activities, they will explore materials and discovering new ideas through guided play. So, kids learn through actual experience, not only just worksheets. So, the phase 1 is brainstorming and group meeting. So, teacher will present themes and ask questions to spark curiosity of the students. So, like for example, kids are asked, why do leaves have different shapes? So, they will go outside and to collect leaves and they will compare its shapes. So, and they will going to talk about their observation about that leaf. So, hands-on agad siya. Kaya, mas exciting nga. Kasi, through learning by doing siya. So, the next is phase 2, is selection of content. So, teacher choose activities that match children's developmental level. Fun pa rin siya, pero mas more challenging nga lang. So, example, no, kids grow mango seeds in 3 places, in the sunlight, shade, and a box. So every day they will check which grows faster. So they love seeing real result instead of just drawing plants. So the phase 3 is designing lessons. So teacher prepare materials and student to explore freely with guidance. So like for example, using soil, water, and paper towels. So, student will explore how water moves through soil. So, they will going to touch, pour, and mix. And of course, to observe and draw what they see. So, mas naintindihan nila kasi na-experience nila. So, that is the 5 models. 5 models show that curriculum innovation is not just about new lessons. It's about creating richer, more meaningful learning for all students. The SEM, PCM, ALM, and ICM. So, and also the Kids Academia model all focus on developing talents and creating enrichment, encouraging independence, and connecting learning to real-life experiences. So, as future teachers, these models remind us to always support every child's potential and give them opportunities to shine. So, that's all for my part, and thank you for listening.